If you're trying to buy or sell a home in Seattle right now, you're probably confused about what is going on. Our team has closed over $200 million in sales through this shift, and we know exactly where the market is. This video shows why the party is over and what's happening next in Seattle, covering condos, single-family homes, and what you need to know. So stay until the end. The biggest mistake sellers make right now is easy to avoid. All right, so the party, yes, is over in Seattle real estate, let's just say it. The 2021 market where every house got 10 offers in 2 days, where people waived inspections and paid $200,000 to $500,000 over asking, that is done. Those automatic bidding wars, gone. That crazy appreciation where houses went up 20% in a year just because, not happening anymore. But here's what people get wrong. The party being over doesn't mean the market is dying. It just means we are back to normal. Normal feels weird if only you remember the chaos. But here's what's actually happening right now. The median home price in Seattle sits around $900,000. Prices are still going up year over year, about 6.5%. That is healthy growth. It just feels slow compared to the madness that we saw. Inventory is at 2.9 months of supply. A normal market has 4 to 6 months, so we are still below normal, just not nearly as tight as before when we had less than a month. Buyers have more choices now. Sellers face actual competition from other homes. The whole game has changed. Mortgage rates hovering around 6.27% as of November 2025. That's the lowest in almost a year. It's not the 3% rates from the pandemic, but it is way better than the 7 to 8% we hit at the peak. Some buyers are using 2-1 buydowns to drop their first year rate down to about 4.2%. That makes a real difference in what you can afford. But here's what nobody's talking about. Condos are absolutely getting hammered right now. I'll show you exactly what's happening in that market next. Seattle still runs on tech money. Nothing has changed there. Amazon, Microsoft, and the rest of the industry pay people enough to buy these expensive houses. Yes, we know there have been layoffs. Yes, we know there's uncertainty, but high-paying jobs are still here. People are still moving to Seattle for work. That keeps demand alive, especially for homes between $800,000 to $1.4 million, where most buyers are shopping. Our team has closed over $200 million in sales through this entire shift. We've seen what works and what doesn't. The market isn't crashing and it's not on fire either. It's just different than what most people got used to. And if you understand what's actually happening instead of panicking about headlines, you can still win whether you're buying or selling. Let's talk condos now. If you own a condo in Seattle right now, especially downtown, I'm not going to lie to you, it is tough. The condo market is the weakest part of the Seattle real estate market by far. If you're a condo owner trying to sell, or if you're thinking about buying a condo, you need to understand what's actually happening. Let's look at the numbers. The Seattle citywide median condo listing price is around $515,000. That's down 3.2% from the year before. Downtown condos specifically have a median list price of about $595, reflecting how different areas are performing. Condos are sitting on the market much longer than before. In downtown Seattle, they are in the market for an average of 83 days. That is a significant increase from what we saw in previous years, showing how much buyer demand has cooled. So why is this happening? A few reasons. HOA fees and insurance costs have gone way up. The total cost of owning a condo has jumped beyond just the mortgage payment. After that building collapse in Florida, condo associations started hitting owners with special assessments for building maintenance and safety upgrades. Those surprise bills scare buyers away. But here's what makes this even more interesting. While condos are struggling, single-family homes are doing something completely different, which I'll show you next. Then there's the lifestyle shift. Remote work and hybrid schedules mean people don't need to live right downtown near their office anymore. Why pay $600,000 for a small downtown condo when you can get more space in Ballard or Fremont for similar money? Absolutely. Downtown office vacancies don't help either. Fewer people working downtown mean less energy, fewer restaurants staying open, and less reason to be there. Now, not all condo markets are equally bad. Queen Anne and Magnolia condos are actually holding up better with modest price increases. Areas like West Seattle, though, saw condo prices drop over 25%. Location matters even in a struggling market. So if you're a condo owner trying to sell, you need to be realistic about pricing and how long it might take. We have sold several condos in the past few months, and it's because we priced it right, gotten it ready for sale, put together staging, and took care of those little details. The days of listing high and waiting for offers are over. Now, if you're a buyer looking at condos, this might actually be your moment, especially if you're willing to negotiate hard with sellers who've been sitting on the market for weeks or even months. Single-family homes in Seattle are performing completely different than condos, and the data shows exactly why sellers are in a better position here. While condos are struggling, single-family homes are still holding value. They're not selling in 2 days like they did in 2021 unless you have an exceptional home, but prices are not dropping either. This is the most stable part of the Seattle market right now. The median listing price for single-family homes is around $1.1 million. In King County, the median sold price is around $1,045,000. Prices have stayed basically flat from August to October, which tells you the market found a level where buyers and sellers can agree. The automatic bidding wars are gone, but well-priced homes in good neighborhoods, they still get multiple offers. Some of them getting even bidding wars. We've still seen some listings sell for $100,000 to $200,000 over if they're priced right and in a great location and in good condition. Most buyers are shopping between $800,000 and $1.4 million. That's where competition is the strongest. If your house is priced right and looks great, you can still get people competing for it. And of course, location makes a huge difference. Queen Anne and Magnolia are doing better than most of the city. These quiet neighborhoods close to downtown keep attracting buyers. Now, knowing is not enough. If you're buying in this market, there are specific moves you need to make to win, which I'll walk you through next. Inventory has gone up, but it's still manageable. Overall market supply based on 39.9 sales activity intensity equates to about 2.9 months or around 12 to 13 weeks to clear. That's the longest it's been in 7 years, but it's still balanced compared to a normal market. That's what's strong about the Seattle area. Even in this quote unquote slow market, Seattle is outperforming other areas. Buyers do have more choices than before. Sellers face real competition, but it's not overwhelming. The seasonal patterns still work. Spring and early summer are the strongest selling times, while single-family homes selling in around 15 days during the peak season. Fall has been better than expected this year. October stayed strong with good pricing and reasonable selling times if the house is priced right. In November, December, we naturally slowed down, but we still saw some single-family homes do really well. Here's what buyers need to know. If you're trying to buy in Seattle right now, here's the reality. You have more time than you did in 2021, but you cannot waste time on the good ones. They will sell fast. With mortgage rates at around 6.3% right now, that is way higher than the 3% rates people got during the pandemic, but it's the lowest we've seen in almost a year. Your monthly payment will be higher than it would have been a few years ago. That's just how it is, but there are ways to make it work. Listen to these options. 2-1 buy downs are a huge option we are using for our clients right now. This strategy lowers your initial rate considerably for the first year, steps up slightly in the second year, and then adjusts to today's market rate in year 3. It spreads out that payment shock instead of hitting you with a full rate right away. So talk to your lender about whether this fits your situation. And it also depends on the seller in which we're making an offer. So multiple factors to consider, but it is a great strategy. Now get pre-approved before you start looking, not pre-qualified, pre-approved. That means the lender's already checked your income, your assets, your credit. In this market, sellers want to know you can actually close and you can move forward with confidence if you are pre-approved. Because what you buy matters more now. Single family homes, still competitive. You'll face other offers on well-priced houses in good neighborhoods. Condos, again, that's where you have more power. Same goes with townhomes. There are a lot of new construction properties out there, and those builders are motivated because they're holding on to this inventory. They are motivated and we can negotiate harder. And you have time to think, but again, don't just rush into it just because there's a lot of inventory. Understand that you are in control of the conversation, and it's more important for us to do the proper due diligence, whether it's a condo, a townhome, or a single family home. Now, buyers aren't the only ones making mistakes in this market. Sellers are making even bigger ones, and I'll show you what those are next. Price range will also change your experience. If you're shopping between 800 and 1.4 million, expect competition. That is where most buyers are looking. Above 1.5 million, things start to slow down. You have more room to negotiate. Below 700,000, inventory is very limited and you are still competing with other first-time buyers. Here's good news for buyers. Contingencies are back. During the crazy 2021 market, people waived inspections and financing contingencies just to get their offer accepted. You do not have to do that anymore. We'll make sure we include an inspection contingency and protect you. Make sure also that the house is actually worth what you're paying. Sellers are accepting contingencies again because they have to. Just be ready to move when you find the right house. You have more time than before, but still, the best houses go fast. So if you see something that checks all your boxes and it's priced right, don't wait 3 days to think about it. Unfortunately, we can say we've had a few clients who have gotten bitten because they waited and then somebody else swooped in. So have your financing ready, know your numbers, know your priorities, and make your decision fast if you see the right property for you. Now here's what those sellers need to know. If you are selling in Seattle right now, pricing is everything. Most sellers are getting this wrong. The number one mistake, overpricing your house and waiting for those buyers to come around. That does not work anymore. 2021, you could list high and still get offers. Today, if you overprice, you sit. And the longer you sit, the worse it gets. Buyers are starting to wonder what is wrong with your house. According to the Seattle Times, sellers who price correctly from the start consistently get better results than those who overprice and reduce later. You end up selling for less than if you just priced it right from the beginning, and you take a long time to sell it. Here's why all this matters. If you're a seller who needs to move for a job, a divorce, any time-sensitive reason, every extra week on the market costs you money and adds stress. If you're an investor or luxury seller, you might think you can wait it out, but even high-end properties are sitting longer now. Again, here is what the smart sellers are doing. They price a little lower than other houses to get more buyers interested. It sounds backwards, but it works. When buyers see a house that feels like a deal, multiple people show up, multiple offers come in. Buyers want to win and get the deal, and they end up being willing to pay for it. So you end up selling more than if you priced it at market, and hope buyers are looking for deals right now. So let buyers think they're getting a deal, draw in a lot of them and give them that feeling, and in the end, they will still pay. Timing still matters, but not the way it used to. Spring is still the strongest selling season, but we're seeing well-prepared houses sell any time of year. Fall and early winter give you less competition from other listings, but you also get fewer buyers looking. If you need to sell now, you can. Just understand fewer buyers are out there as we are in the holidays. Here's the thing, we're heading into the slowest time of year, and that changes everything about your strategy. January, things will pick up again, so if you're ready to sell, January is not a bad time to sell. Presentation now matters way more now. Staging, repairs, photos, all of it counts. Like I said earlier, buyers are pickier, they have more choices, they don't want to do a bunch of work. Your house needs to stand out. Professional staging and photography are not optional anymore if you want top dollar. First impressions happen online, and if your listing looks bad, buyers scroll past it without even scheduling a showing. So know your property type reality. Single family home, you're in a better position than condo sellers. You still can't overprice and wait it out though. If you're selling a condo, especially in the downtown area, you need to price aggressively. Just accept that you're in a tough market, price it to move. Don't let your condo sit for months hoping things will change. More sellers are also offering to help with closing costs. Redfin reports that 71% of Seattle sellers are offering concessions in 2025. That is nearly double from last year. This means paying closing costs, offering home warranties, including new appliances. Sometimes helping with costs works better than dropping the price because it feels like the buyer is getting a deal and it may be worth it in the long run. You need to work with someone who knows this market. The complexity right now, different neighborhoods doing different things, different property types behaving completely differently, makes experience matter more than ever. It's not a simple seller's market anymore or a simple buyer's market. You need someone who understands the reality and what to do for each situation. Buying or selling a house is always hard. The emotional side hits you hard. Your house might be worth less than you hoped for, or it might take longer to sell than you expected. I know that's tough, but you just gotta forget what you think it's worth and focus on what buyers will actually pay. So that's where the Seattle real estate market actually stands right now. The party is over, but the market isn't dead. It's just different. Here's what I've learned after closing over 200 million through this entire shift. The best opportunities right now aren't where most people are looking. Everyone's focused on single family homes because they're safe. But the real deals, you can get some incredible deals in condos. And if you believe the downtown Seattle market is reviving with the new waterfront and everything else happening, and you're a buyer with cash or strong financing, you can negotiate hard. Again, for sellers now, the biggest mistake is pricing, and it's waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. It is the kiss of death. Don't just wait for spring or wait for rates to drop or wait for the market to come back. Get your home ready properly, price it right, and it will do fine. The market that is coming isn't the one you remember. The sellers who win are the ones who price aggressively now and move on with their lives. So here's my honest take. If you've been sitting on the fence about buying or selling, waiting for that perfect time, you're just gonna keep waiting forever. There is no perfect time. There's only understanding the market you're actually in and making the smart move for your situation. That's it. The market rewards people who understand what is actually happening instead of what they wish was happening. So if you're thinking about making a move, whether buying or selling, reach out to us. We're the Wagner Real Estate Group. Email us at hello@mwagnerteam.com or check the description below for our contact info. We'll tell you the truth about your situation, not what you want to hear. So speaking of neighborhoods that are actually thriving right now, want to see one of Seattle's best up close? Queen Anne is one of those few neighborhoods seeing real price growth, and there's a reason. In the next video, I'm taking you on a walking tour to show you exactly what makes it special. Stunning Seattle skyline views, historic homes, the best coffee shops, hidden spots only locals know about. If you're thinking about moving to Seattle or are just curious what 1.5 million gets you in one of the city's top neighborhoods, this video will show you everything. Click the link in the description or the card above to watch it now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.